And just like that, the world changed. But that's what it does. So here we are. Now that COVID is what it is, and now it looks like it'll always be around, what's the future of our Safe Harbor Church and our members scattered around the world? The first night we met at the soundstage with just a tripod and an iPhone, right in the teeth of the worst of COVID, we said then that when the time came, we would love to go out and visit clusters. And a cluster is just a group, 2 or more people in any town, any village, where they are watching us. And it doesn't have to be all 3 videos a week, but where they consider themselves a part of us. Maybe they've even emailed us at info@oursafeharbor.com and become members. We want to go see them, especially now that the world is where it is. We need to work together. We need to stay connected, and we need to grow what God started 2 years ago. We can do that. And so we have started already connecting. I've made journeys out and let people know that I'm going to be in this area, and we've had people come to meet, or I've gone to their homes. That has been a lot of fun. We're calling this the Welcome Home Tour. Really, it's just called Welcome Home. That last word is wherever you are. So it might be Welcome Home Indianapolis or Welcome Home Phoenix. You get the idea. We would love to put your town's name behind the Welcome Home. We've already really done this now. In the last few months, I've done this in central Indiana, where 3 or 4 different clusters and an isolated member or 2 came together at my hotel as I was traveling up, going to go speak somewhere else. Had to stop, couldn't make the journey in one day. So I said, all right, any clusters in the area, anybody want to come? I'll be at my hotel meeting lobby, whatever it is, at this time. And here they came. And it was great. But we've also done that in central Tennessee to a men's group that watches the Monday morning messages and then uses those as their kickoff for their discussions for the week. We've done this at several house churches and groups and a brick and mortar church in Spokane, Washington. That was a lot of fun. Took several days and I can't wait to get back. Then northern Alabama and Coleman regions where I stopped. We had so much fun talking that night, we forgot to eat, literally. When we were done and people left, it was about 8:30, I realized we never did eat. We never got the food, but that's super cool. Other groups, like one right outside Jackson, Mississippi, when they gathered, they brought food with them, more desserts than we could eat. They ordered in pizza. It was amazing. Other groups, we just sat and talked and talked. Some groups had questions about our doctrine or about our future or about what they could do in their community, and some had more specific, where they wanted to know what happens post-Patrick in 10 years or whatever God says about that. What is this going to look like then? Others wanted help, saying, all right, we're growing. We've got 10, 12, 20. There are a couple clusters that I know of that are well beyond 20. And they'll say, we would like to remain connected to RC, but how can we become our own entity in our own town to get people involved with charitable work and with learning the story of Jesus and showing love to their neighbors? We may have to have our own identity. And we've always told them, you don't have to leave us to be with somebody else. And if you're in a brick and mortar church or you've got a big group going, you don't have to leave them to be with us. We're your helper. We're a safe place because people need a safe place. Some of the people we've gone to see, and again, we've been other places than the ones I've mentioned, we see them quietly. They've been hurt. Preachers that were fired because they did not toe the denominational line or do the politics that just saturated churches in the last several years. There are families that have been mistreated or shown the cold shoulder or shown the door because of what they look like or who they loved or how they did not believe something that the other group was believing. And sometimes I feel like I could build the biggest church in any town by just finding the people that churches have hurt and gathering them in one place. And isn't that sad? So here at Our Safe Harbor, we try to be the place you can run to and where you can stay and be nourished. But we'd love to visit you too, only if you want to visit. Only that. So what are the visits like? That is the thing. They've all been different. They've all been fun, but so very different. So I don't come with an agenda, but if you come with an agenda, I'll go with you. I've had people say, what we really want to do is ask you questions. Cool. I do that at universities, law enforcement agencies, military installations, and churches. I can do it there. And I love it. And I love that you're thinking and you have questions. This all starts with you letting us know who you are, where you are, and that you'd like a visit. That's it. You would email, if you want to email me personally, it's patrick@oursafeharbor.com. But you can email the whole team anytime you want to, and it's 3 of us, the whole team, info@oursafeharbor.com. And that way, if Patrick's got his head turned around or something, somebody will see it and nudge me so I can respond. Once a trip, we will try to set up a trip. And if the time works for you and it works for us, then we'll get it done. By the way, we're very flexible there and ask you to be flexible. You know, health, finances, the finances and health of your friends, all of these things change. Speaking of finances, this does cost money, but it doesn't have to cost you money. We're not asking you for money. Many of the people that are listening to this already give to Our Safe Harbor, or they've got some real financial challenges. And so there's no way I'm going to say, you know, for the low price of $2,000, no. Hotels and gasoline and food on the road and the like, yes, there are expenses. There's wear and tear on Patrick, but here's the thing. I'm paid a salary. And Dave Casserly is paid a salary. And Kirsten and Hannah are paid a part-time salary. So we're cared for. And you know, when extra comes in, that's lovely. But you know, there was one church that I visited, one area really, because they kind of collected from the clusters enough money to pay for all of our expenses and extra, and we just put it in the fund. But most places, they don't have any pennies to give us. And that's fine. We don't ask for it. You don't have to bring it up. We won't bring it up. Fair? Cool. Good. Sometimes, usually it's 2 or 3 hours, and then I move on and let you move on with your life. So you're not trapped there forever. 2 hours seems to be about the norm. 3 hours, like I said, there have been a couple times we would forget to eat. That's rare. And you can always, by the way, step up and say, I'm leaving. That doesn't hurt us at all. You have a life, we get that. We know that one size doesn't truly fit all, and that there are no games which are truly fun for the whole family. So we just want to help you do what you need to do. Whether it is to continue doing what we're doing, but now you've seen faces and you've connected with other people perhaps in the area. Maybe it's helping starting something new. We're not the only thing God is doing. He can work and do new things all over the place. We'll help. We'll help, and excitedly so. Or you can be like the clusters that are forming their own communities now and advertising and drawing in while still maintaining their connection to us, which we find very, very exciting. By the way, if you don't know how that works, it's according to the place. Some of them making their own YouTube channels using all of our videos, some using some using theirs and linking ours. Okay, however it works. We just want to love on you. And we want to show you that while you're way out there, you're worth getting to. Those of you overseas, yes, we're going to try. I can't get to all the countries. At 66, I'm going to run out of time or health before I can get to them. But we will do our best to get to where the larger concentrations are. Fair enough? Well, I'm excited. And by the way, if it's only one of you, you're worth the trip. You are. If you're female, I'll meet you in a public place and everybody understands why, right? We all do. But if you want somebody to talk to, just a face-to-face, if you would like for me to pray over you or your group, I'm there. I'm ready. All I really want to say is welcome home. And let's put your community's name at the end of that. Welcome home. info@oursafeharbor.com. I'll see you there.